You may be wondering why we are starting on the floor, and that is because today we're talking about vacuums. We've all heard the saying, that floor is so clean that I could eat off of it. So today we're gonna test out and see which vacuum I would rather eat off the floor after. We're gonna be comparing these two cordless vacuums on three things, that is price, functionality, and convenience. Those are the three most important things when it comes to any power tool. And if you are one of those people who is wondering why I'm comparing Milwaukee and Amazon, it's because I would rather step on a board with nails sticking up through it than use anything that is yellow and black. Go ahead and fill in this sentence down here in the comments. Let me know as far as you would go before you use that yellow and black. And if you are one of those people, go ahead and try to convince me otherwise. One of the biggest things about the Milwaukee M18 is the battery platform. This is, I think, one of the areas where it excels, and also one of the areas where it doesn't excel, because this thing here takes Milwaukee batteries. If you're invested in the M18 platform, then you're good. The issue comes when you either don't have enough batteries, you didn't charge enough batteries. Not happened to me before, right? Never. Or if you're using, a drill, an impact, and a bandsaw or something like that, and you don't have enough batteries, then that's where you have to swap them in and out, or this thing is just another thing that eats up batteries. And so it can be a bonus and it can be a negative. And that being said, if you're not invested in the Milwaukee battery platform, that is such a huge extra cost of investing in those batteries, because those things are expensive. The good thing is that the batteries come in and out. They just plug in at the top inside of the opening here, and so you're able to just take those batteries in and out. I don't know what the actual largest size of battery that will fit in there is, but I know it's a good size battery. The Amazon here does have some pretty cool functions and features as well, and the battery is stored inside of the vacuum. You can't change it out. It's very easy to charge. It just comes with a plug-in adapter to an outlet. You can sit there and let it charge. It doesn't take super long. The battery seems to hold very well. You have an indicator up here with the 3 bars on the vacuum. On the Milwaukee vacuum, the indicator is on the battery itself. But I would almost put this towards the Milwaukee side of things if you are invested in the M18 platform and have plenty of batteries. If you don't, it comes with the battery. The Amazon vacuum has 2 different speeds. So you just pull this trigger, you press it to go up, and then you can press it again to go back down. The Milwaukee here has 1 speed, has a solid amount of sucking power. However, I think that this Amazon vacuum here definitely has a stronger pull than the Amazon when it's on its 2nd speed. Where I think the Amazon vacuum really takes off from the Milwaukee vacuum is in accessories. It's got this extension handle here with just the press of a button. You can extend it all the way to as far, if you can figure out how to use it. I mean, my goodness, it's so easy. But into a full-size vacuum, that way, you're able to keep it condensed while you're carrying it, not using it, keeping it in your van. All of the points of contact are made out of metal. It's an aluminum of some sort. It's very light, very, very light, but I believe very durable, because all of the points where there is connection are made out of the metal. They're not plastic. Very easy to just take this apart here, and you have just a regular module like this. And yes, it does work. You're able to, have a shorter vacuum if you're just sucking a string through pipe or doing something like that. One of my favorite portions of this is this head here. It's got the bristles on it. It's like a normal vacuum. That's one of the things that I find very lacking about this Milwaukee vacuum here. It doesn't have anything that's really effective for getting up stuff from carpet. But when you do service work, you make a mess, you cut ceiling tile or cut out drywall, you've got it on the carpet. This thing is terrible at getting it up. That's just the truth of it. Like, it's terrible to get up. With this longer handle here, it's obviously a lot more functional to use sweeping up carpet or sweeping up different things like that from the floor on carpet or concrete, whatever you're trying to clean up. It's just more functional to use. You've got this like vacuum hose that's flexible, which is nice. Comes with this standard head as well as this here, and this is what you try to use for carpet, but it's really, the suction isn't great enough for you to use it and actually get up a lot of debris. There's also a thin nose that comes with this one, and they do store nicely in here. This one also comes with a thin head. You can also just attach these directly to the vacuum unit, so if you want something smaller and more compact, you're actually able to have that. I really like the versatility, super light. As far as price goes, that is also another thing that really separates these and depends on your battery situation. So this is about $140 for the bare tool. Now, that's just for the tool. That does not include the battery. If you have to buy more batteries, you know, you're looking at anywhere from 50 at the cheapest to like 100, 150, depending on what kind of battery you get. And you have to keep those charged, ready. Can't forget to plug them in at night. Oof, that is a nightmare. While this here typically is 150, but it includes the battery. Right now, there's a 50% off sale on Amazon. It's a coupon. It's crazy. That's insane. If you guys are going to look at this, go check it out on Amazon. It is 50% off right now. What in the world? Price-wise, they're very equal, unless you're considering the price of the batteries. Now, for some of us, that doesn't matter. We have 1,000 batteries. We have more batteries than we know what to do with. We're trying to find different things. You know, that's why people soup up RC cars and put them on an M18 battery, and it's like crazy. Now, where I think the Milwaukee takes the cake, I will have to say it's for people who are very invested in the Milwaukee platform already. That makes this incredibly easy if you have enough batteries and that's already in your workflow to charge those at night, to have those ready. The Milwaukee is extremely durable. It's all plastic, but as you guys know from all the pack out stuff and any other plastic Milwaukee tool, they're incredibly durable. It's also a dry wet vac, so you are able to use this on water, different things like that. I don't know that I've ever used mine as a wet vac, but if you want to, need to, it's a possibility. I will be honest with you, I kind of hate this vacuum. It's like one of the very few things from Milwaukee that I don't love. The reason I don't care for it is because the suction on it really isn't that great size, and the form factor of it, I think it makes it incredibly hard to use. It's small, right? I get that. You can put it, carry it with you wherever you need to. But as far as like actually sweeping stuff up, like I said, carpet, man, it just doesn't want to pull anything out at all. That's where I'll say that it's okay. It's actually like one of the only things that I don't love from Milwaukee, but it does make it incredibly convenient to have the batteries. There are better vacuums from Milwaukee. There's a new fuel one, and there's also a style similar to the Amazon style. However, they become extremely more expensive. And this is the vacuum that I have, and I've used the fuel one. I don't see much of a difference from the fuel to this one, other than the fact that it's a pack out and it's a fuel. But as far as power goes, I don't see a whole lot more versatility in the power and in the form. Same exact form for the fuel one. And then the third one is the style like the Amazon one, and it is like way more expensive. So I tried to compare these two because they're about the same price, and this is the vacuum that I had. It does make it a lot easier if you're using them on actual job sites, not doing service work, not doing things where you have to clean up carpet and stuff like that. As far as this Amazon one here, I think this takes the cake if you're doing service work where you're using this to clean up carpet. I think it works. If you're not invested in the Milwaukee platform, don't get invested for the vacuum. Like, I love Milwaukee. If you're gonna use their impacts, drills, and their bandsaws and their whatever else, like the impact alone is enough. Like, I love their impact. I will never use another impact in my life. I would much rather use this every day or, you know, every couple times a week to actually clean up. It's so much more usable. If you're trying to convince somebody else to get one, you can use this at home a lot better too. It's small enough to clean out your van, your car, sweep at your house. It's actually functional enough that I will use this, and I have used this at home. I think it is limited by the battery due to the fact that you can't change it out. You're stuck with one battery and you can't just have like multiple to switch out. So if you forget to plug it in at night and you've been using it or it's dead, you can't. It does hold a charge for a while, even if you're not using it. It is, I mean, I haven't touched this thing for like probably a month, and you know, it had 2 bars when I left, 2 out of 3, and it's still got 2 bars out of 3. So the battery holds up well. It is limited by the ruggedness of the wet, dry vac situation and the battery situation. So those are the 2 areas where I find the weaknesses in this. So much more functional for life, even outside of work, which I think is cool. I really like when you can take things that you use at work and do them even better at home. It's pretty sick, especially with the cordless aspect of it. Nobody likes cords. Ugh. I'm hoping to do a lot more Milwaukee versus Amazon type videos, so subscribe for more of those. I did just make a video on some cool flashlights from Olight, so go ahead on over here, check them out. I'll see you guys on the next one.